Step number 1 is roll out your feet. I'm just going to do it slowly. Make sure you get the arch of your foot right in front of your toes. Don't be afraid to push down relatively hard. And start to feel it working out the muscle and the tendons in your foot. And then slowly kind of guide your heel. I don't like this one, but it helps. On the other side, nothing crazy, you don't have to spend too long on this. I do more in my heels because I have heel problems. But maybe you could focus on your arch. Okay. Oh. Pop a squat. And then what I like to do is I like to do a little more heel. You don't have to. Pull side, but it's easier to get the heel like this. It's not as much pressure because you don't have your whole weight standing on it. You know, I like to do, start off, calves, roll it up around, see how I lift the leg up. This is just a little easier for me because it allows my calf to rest. Then I go to my Achilles tendon and I get in there. I know you probably don't like that, but what are you gonna do? You could also do this, right? Whatever you're comfortable with. And then you get the top. Don't press flat on your shin bone, but there's a nice chunk of meat here, and you just kind of roll that out. And kind of the same thing. On the flip side, again, other side. Oh, this one is a little tighter. And get in there, nice and deep back. Okay, and then quads, focus on the left, and then focus on the right. Inside, I should say. Right. And then you like to do this, but I don't. But you can do your hams, your hammies. I find it's difficult for this to be in the resting position, so it's always kind of tense, which makes it difficult to roll out. So inside, let your foot kind of flop to the side to expose this inner part, and then kind of turn your foot. Trying to not have your muscle be tense. Okay. Then we're gonna come over the wall. Okay. And so then remember, hands against the wall. This ankle turned in, the right ankle turned in, and then you're gonna bring the left foot over, and I feel it where you felt it last night, which is right in the side hip. I honestly feel that because I was bowling the other night and worked it out. So again, you want to drop this back, hips forward and push, and try to get that stretch. Left foot, toes pointed in, over, up. You go like this, flat, or perpendicular to the wall with your toe. And then you're going to keep your heel on the ground, and this is where you're going to feel the stretch in your calf. And again, to go forward, I'm kind of bending this knee, my left knee, towards the wall. I'm trying to keep the other one stationary. Again, switch it up. Okay. This is optional for you, but go like this, right? Like you're pledging allegiance, making a right angle with your arm, and then right in this meat, right kind of in your armpit, come against here, place the wall, and put your right foot back to give you some traction, and just kind of push against the wall and stretch out your chest here. This will help bring your shoulders back and everything like that. And then just do your opposite side. This helps open up your chest, which allows, you know, your chest to not be pushing and forcing your shoulders. So it allows it to open up. And then again, on the flip side, what we're going to do is we're going to try and strengthen the back, which will help with your back problem. Back to the mat. Okay. This stretch, right? Quadriceps. I find it helps to look at a single thing at either eye level or just above it. So right now, keeping my head up, I'm looking at a little dot on the wall. And again, I try to, you know, see how it's like this before, try to straighten it out, and then just pull upward, keeping this straight. It also helps with the hip flexor. Now, this usually hurts your back, so you can skip this part, but you're gonna go like this, keeping your hips back, slight bend, back up, and you're gonna slowly stretch. Again, you don't have to do this right away or at all. You could do the modified version where you lay on your back, put your legs against the wall, and slowly let them come down. This will help stretch out your hamstrings, which are causing a lot of the problem for you. And then advanced is 1 foot over the other. And this is ensuring that this leg stays completely straight. Same thing, much more difficult, much deeper stretch in the hamstring, and then you get into the lower back area. I wouldn't do this one, but just showing you what I do because I have to do this every day, otherwise I have very bad back problems. The other side, nothing too crazy. Okay, now go seating position. We're gonna come right here and we're just gonna go straight to Cobra. Again, hips on the mat. Up like this. Again, I try to keep my shoulders as back as possible. If you don't want to go like this, I'm gonna kind of keep your shoulders straight and just get a nice. And then down. And then do that until you're comfortable going up. So don't go like this. Try to keep your hips down on the mat and just kind of stretch like this. Do that a few times. Then come up. Make sure when you're like this, your legs are kind of on a 90-degree angle. Arms under the shoulder. Right? There you go. And out. And this is probably the best one for your back. This is gonna loosen it up. Get those vertebrae kind of stretched out. And break up the tension in there. It elongates the spine because you're standing on your feet all day and it starts to get compressed. So it's all about kind of decompressing your spine and getting the muscle to break up. Okay. Seating position, right? You roll your shoulders back, chest up, and you're slowly going to come down. Again, try to keep your butt on your heels. Slowly. I find exhaling as you come down helps. Try to go as low as possible. Alright, again, see how my butt kind of popped up? And try to do that again, keeping it a little lower. Or at least go as low as I can. From here, you can go ahead and reach out and kind of like claw with your fingers and keep your butt still. And this allows your back to stretch as much as possible. And then again, so what you can do is, you know, see how I can kind of go like this up and down? Whatever feels more comfortable for you, but then what I do is I go up and down. You don't have to do this because your back hurts, but this just brings in more ranges of motion. And then you can come to the right. This is the right, the other one was the left. Oh, okay. Now your favorite, up on one knee, if you want to do this, but I do it. Hip flexor, leaning straight, come forward with this knee to get the stretch. You know, if it go too dramatic, then you can raise your hand and get that nice stretch. Same thing, flip side. Then come on your back, or come back to seating position, lay back, ankle over the foot, keep pressure here, and rock back. This is gonna pull all this and stretch it. And these get your glutes, which is the fancy term for your butt. But it is connected to your hamstrings. And if your hamstrings are tight, your glutes gonna be tight. If your glutes are tight, your lower back's gonna be tight. Your lower back's tight, your upper back's gonna be tight. You're not gonna have a good time. Alright, then, you know, you don't have to do this, but stretch. There. One. Do this, kind of pull your heel back or foot back and forth, left and right. Kind of pull and see how far you can go with a good stretch. Again, you'll probably do this instead of bending over. And you could do it one leg at a time like I'm doing. And at first it's really tough, but after a few times, your muscles do loosen up. It starts to feel better. You can go a little further. Yikes. Again. Each leg, do this however many times you want. I usually do it a few like this, and then I come back here, and then I see how far I can go. Now I can go to my heel, right? And corkscrew. Tuck the balls if you got them. Pushing up with this elbow, right? Keeping your chest up like this, prominent. Push and turn. You're gonna feel it all here. It's in the hips. Speaking of hips, do some hip movement. But first, get on all fours. And again, making sure 90-degree angle, arms underneath, and remember, right side, not completely forward, it could be on a slight angle, and kind of like you're filling a cup of water, right? Going and filling a cup of water. With this, you're simply gonna kick straight back, right? Under control. And what this is gonna do is this is gonna strengthen your lower back, but it's also gonna work it out, so it's not so stiff, right? It's gonna get the blood flowing to the area, which is gonna decrease the inflammation. I think. It sounds right in my head. So at the same time, boom, 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 boom. Okay? Same thing, other side, yada, yada, yada. Cup, heel kick, yeah. Okay. Now, lay on the side. Jane Fonda, cover the belly, Try to stay as flat as possible, like you're standing up. So if you're looking down, you don't want to see your feet like this. You don't want to see your feet like this. You want to be as flat as possible. And again, you want your hips to be straight, right? So then come here, come up. You have to go crazy high. Again, you want it to be nice and straight. And then you want to come down, but don't touch. And then here, kind of touch, right? That's 1, 2, 3. Make sure to do 10. Other side. Boom. 1, 2, 3. On and on, right? And then you're gonna come. Take my glasses off for this. I like to roll up the mat. Give my head a little pad, right? Same thing as before, right? Except now we're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it 10 times. I'm just shortening it up for the video. 3, 4, 5. And again, then what you can do is just cobra. You do this a few more times. It's really just, whatever you want to do. You can spend as much time as you want on this stuff. And then last thing I would recommend is just lay flat on your back on a hard surface, right? So tuck your shoulders back. What I like to do is I like to bring my legs up and slowly bring them down. Make sure there isn't a gap, right? There's no arch. And then just slowly lay here on your back. And it might hurt for a little bit, but just let everything settle. And this is good for straightening your back. That's at the end, but I forgot something. Ugh. Now we're gonna do snow angels. Right, so flat wall. Again, imagine flat butt, so your hips are out, flat butt coming up, and now you're stuck against the wall, like one of those like sticky hand things. Hand and forearm against the wall, right? And you're gonna come up as much as possible, and then eventually you're gonna feel pain, so then you just release your forearms off the wall, but you keep your hands on the wall at all times. And then whenever possible, bring your forearms there too. This gets everything working and brings back your range of motion. Like, you should be able to just lift your hands over your head. It's a normal human function, but we never do it. This allows the muscles to get used to it. This also straightens your back. It sucks, but it's good. If you're in pain doing anything, don't do it. All right, simple as that. Follow these steps, and I don't know. Do it when you can. If not, you have it for when inspiration strikes. I'm gonna bring the mat up for you, and yeah. All right, enjoy. Love you, babes. Bye.